champions being taken away as blue side.
Yeah. Definitely pretty strange to see it, but as you mentioned, it does mean that they're probably looking for something specific here. And, well, that's very specifically quite good. And most picked, most presents, I should say. And there's that Yone.
First time for Faker this season.
Could still be top, but especially not blind, right? It's not the blind top pick. You know you're playing into Corki. This makes more sense for Faker.
It does make sense, you know, to do this rather than blinded, as you say.
Yeah.
Still could hold on to it as a flex, but I just don't think that is going to be the case in this game. Youngjae hovering a Viego pick here as owner slam locks the Nidalee. If you guys watched the Genji series, he had an amazing game of Nidalee, or sorry, Lilia, that is to say.
Yeah.
Today I'm mixing up all the names, Valdez. I need to drink more of this coffee I got in front of me. But yeah, he had an amazing game of the Lilia in that series. Did end up getting caught, and they did end up losing, but still, he is very good at this champion. And Sejuani will come through here in response for Youngjae. They lock down Envy's Ezreal first, and then we'll put this one down. The Leona is banned, so we want the Leona Ezreal lane, but there's a lot of other viable lanes down there. The question becomes now, what is going to be the answer here for the bottom lane? Otherwise, you're blinding a pick here for Zeus.
Yeah.
Or Faker. I mean, if you lock a mid-champion in here, you're then making the Yone blind. And it looks like they're looking for MF with a ban on the Leona. I feel like this is a pretty good angle for this. Taking away some strong top picks here, but he's still going to have counter pick.
Yeah, he might just pick Kennen at the end of the day as well. I mean, he's definitely been very comfortable on that pick. Rel is going to be the choice here for the side of Keria, so MF and Rel in the bottom lane.
Rakan was the other pick I was thinking of, obviously has a permafrost synergy and you know, a lot of engage here. Great counter engage too to the draft of T1 because they have the Rel, they have the Lilia, they have the Yone, they have the bullet time. So you need something to break that up, disrupt it. Maybe a flank could be the way as the Rel is kind of fishing forward, looking for those engages. Maybe Rakan can find a bit of an angle. Will be a little bit tougher to play in the laning phase as they'll take the Kennen themselves here blind. And we'll see what Zeus is going to lock in return.
I mean, or it still could
Faker.
Just be Yone.
Yeah.
In a top lane, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure you really want to play that into Kennen, so feeling just like the Kennen-Gnar handshake.
I think the Gnar in this draft, with all the other frontline they have in terms of engage, is pretty strong, but it will be the Sylas to come through, so likely we'll just push that Yone into the top lane. I say that because put into Zeus' hands here on the swap, so interesting to see this. Sylas is not really in a great spot right now in terms of his power level. Has been significantly nerfed. I mean, it was reworked to make him more of a brawler, but that doesn't really suit how this meta plays out. Could steal the Kennen ult, could steal the Rakan ult. Sejuani ult, some value there.
Yeah, I mean, there's good ults to steal. I do worry about this laning phase, though. It's not like you picked it into a Gnar where you're like, okay, I'm going to be better in every which direction. Let's jump out of the rift for game number 1.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
And off we go for game number 1 as we'll see if any swaps happen here early on, but I would expect in this case to not see one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But a lot of supports do hang out in the top brushes, just fighting for vision and stuff.
Yeah, it's important.
Although Guma is heading top.
Okay. Interesting picking the MF, but then not willing to lane into the Ezreal Rakan. Looking for a potential trap here onto the Kennen.
Yeah. The level 1 of Rel and Sylas is pretty strong. But let's see what they decide to do with this. It looks like a late invade, actually, into the blue buff.
Yeah, we'll scan wards here as the buff spawns. It won't actually commit to contesting it or anything like that, and just going to be a...
Oh, there's level 2. Okay, he's got it. So, but Keria is here. As I mentioned before, you know, it's a It's just a support here when the wave is going to crash. This time, though, it's Owner in the top lane, and Morgan's in a lot of trouble. That is a very easy first blood, as Guma also will pick that one up himself.
I mean, the Misfortune just has so much damage.
Yeah.
As over here, a bit of a trade.
Well, the knockup is not going to hit, and now Paulo in a bit of a rough spot, gets exhausted, and Guma's just so strong right now. He's got a pickaxe, and he's going to pick up a second kill.
Yeah, that was
Paulo not respecting the MF.
Yeah, that was also really just not it. If you miss the knockup there, it's not where you want to be as Rakan, and he is just going to get absolutely smashed. And up here in the top lane, Young Jay looking for a pick, but Owner's here as well.
Oh, but the flash on in, Zeus has to flash away. It's one auto away, but he gets out just barely.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty significant.
Right, yeah.
Doesn't matter that it doesn't look very, like it doesn't look like the right way to go. It still is successful at getting out. I just want to make sure no one else was nearby, I suppose.
The grubs here for Bro should be able to pick up all three, especially with the wackiness in mid lane. Owner not really heading towards there at all. Looks like he wants to secure an early Drake for the team.
And we talked about like Faker not playing Yone. Not to harp on this too much, but I do think it's quite unique to see him. It's almost like a new pick for him, right? And it was almost always played by Zeus in the top lane. I think that's part of why we didn't see it from him. But that game we mentioned, I didn't realize this was the only time he's ever played Yone.
Wow.
The only time. So again, something that if you're a T1 fan, you're pretty aware over the years, depending on the meta.
Everfrost, right? Oh, wait.
Rod of Ages, right? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Rocket build?
Yeah, that might be what he's looking at here with this early Hextech alternator. I don't want to guess too early, but
we don't see a lot of top Silas's in our league, so
it's going to offer him some more damage here in the lane if he hits Morgan, which is a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, if he's trying to be, you know, the rat clone.
Yeah, no, I mean,
or like mini boss or arcade Corky.
Is that what it was?
I'm pretty sure that's what he played. I don't know what this one is, though.
All right, Morgan.
Very cool, though. I kind of want it.
He has a really nice angle here, and will be able to stun carry and push him away. I don't think T1 wants to force a fight here without Faker having prio into this cannon, but they're grouping.
Yeah, it seems like they really don't want to give it away. As ult into Envy, he is so low. And one grub already going to go over to the Rakan, but T1 do take control of this area. So 4 grubs over to Bro, they're going to like that. Whereas T1 will only get the 2, but another win down on the bottom lane for Guma, who's really trying to exert that pressure with the money he has.
Yeah, I mean, he has a BT already. Envy is just trying to catch these waves. I don't think he gets... this is really risky, but... He's going to be able to try to get this cannon.
Don't do it, Envy. Yeah. Zeus is like, oh, huh. Well, okay, I guess I'll back away from this one, get some wards up. And we do see Young Jay still shadowing towards the top side. Will be spotted here. He's only got carry on the top side of the map as Bro look for this dive, but Cannon ultimate available for Zeus. Not easy to dive into this one, but he is going to throw it out as the other Cannon ultimate comes out from the Cannon, and Zeus is going to live, and now Carrier comes in. Zeus does go down, but Carrier will trade one back. Meanwhile, Owner's just taking a Drake.
And Palu not able to impact this play at all, and Carrier's roam is so massive here because MF doesn't need his help at all in the bottom lane. He is completely controlling this, and Palu's just late on the play, has level 6 now. But Carrier comes over and saves the day. Really well played by Zeus as well, the timing of the ultimate there. Sure.
So Yone is definitely one of those picks that's hard to lock down, but they are able to do it with the Rakan and the Sejuani, but will they dive and get the kill? No, they will not. Faker just flashes that one off, and it's a huge committal for Bro, and they don't get much outside of the flash.
Yeah, the second to clear the wave, no worries. Up here, Owner is also getting the Rift Herald. T1 have a 2-dragon lead. The gold lead is significant here for T1, but it's really just more about what they've been able to get on the map and where that gold is on this Misfortune. And the T1 fans giving a big clap as that Herald is secured because,
you know, ever so quietly, you know, we talked a lot about the MF. I feel like Owner as well is really beginning to chunk. As Zeus is going to get dove again. He has Cannon ult again. This is not an easy dive, but maybe this time they're going to put all 3 members are stunned under the turret as Zeus finally goes down. As Faker trying to get this punish onto the Cannon. Morgan very, very low, and he's just not going to throw an ult in. Just rebinds as Morgan barely barely gets away.
Small amount of health. If he gets like one more auto in there and then rebinds, that is enough to kill him. Faker, I think, thought he had enough there, but again, obviously isn't going to be ulting to chase. And ends up being the second death here for Zeus in this game. Very expensive on the side of Bro. They end up losing the mid turret. IE, by the way, finished a while ago. I mean, like over the last minute and a half or so ago. Game state, and they're going top again. Hey, it was the way that we saw the last series almost go away from D+, and now Bro's taking the same strat.
It's a Chemtech Drake, so they're like, yeah, okay, cool story. We'd like the gold instead, and they will get it. I mean, there's not much that, you know, Faker and Carriot can do here against 3, especially when Fate's in a really nicely farmed spot himself and has that Trinity Force completed. Gonna get that Muramana here. We'll see how fast he can get that. Looks like Envy's pretty close himself. Unfortunately for Envy, we haven't really had a moment for him to really do anything on this Ezreal, just because he fell behind and then he's just been left alone in the lane against Guma over and over and over again.
Yeah, I think that obviously the bit of a commitment here to taking out this top turret. Look at how quickly Guma breaks this one down. Very easy to clear this wave though, as Fate, so not going to be able to quite get it, but if they hadn't reacted quickly, might have lost it. As we do see Zeus rotating up as well. T1 are going to use this Herald very late to guarantee this turret, which is significant for Baron takes, which will be coming up in the next few minutes with the damage that this MF already has and the inherent safety she has with that BT. And, you know, Bro are really just, this is a classic sit back and scale Bro game. I hope it's not going to be a sit back and lose situation because they have not made too many proactive plays outside of
classic water. As Bro's just going to start this.
That's proactive, and
you know, they just hit their spike.
And they just hit their spike. They just cleared the vision. They've got a teleport ward here. T1 do. They are going to send the Yone straight in here. Zeus also has TP. Morgan's on a long con flank angle. Is going to go on an even longer one.
Yeah, they want to turn here, but Youngjae's at 30% health. So, yeah, T1 are like, yeah, you're not fighting. So. And Bro are like, oh yeah, that's true. We're not fighting.
Envy, don't go in on that. That's scary.
Hey, he did some nice damage in Ikaria. Palu looking for the angle. They found Owner on the left side. They still have the cannon on the flank. The flash comes out from Owner, but will he get away from this one? The True Shot Barrage will land, and so will the Q. And now we got Carrier in a really rough spot as well. Guma super low as he will be taken down. Nice ult from Faker, but it only hits Youngjae, and that is not nice at all. Down he will go as well. He's so low. The flash comes in from Fate, and at least, you know, Faker gets away with his life, but man, that is a fear for Bro to come back in this game.
Absolutely. Gold lead here is significantly diminished. Zeus caught the cannon ult. He's looking for something, and he's going to find it.
That is gigantic. I thought he was just going to go for the backing Sejuani. I suppose this was the better target, taking out the Ezreal.
Oh, wait, he's not.
He's got an ult, and well, he's 1v3, so he's just dead.
Okay, well
it looks very cool, but that was not cool in the end.
Yeah, it looked really cool in the first one. The second one looks very scary, and then
it's hard to outcool the Bros. I mean, I understand. He's just really trying to make up for some lost time.
Sure. All right, we'll watch this again. So I was scared about it. Could be relevant later. Yeah. It's not seen. T1 are going to say, all right, well, we'll take the Chemtech Soul. Some of those extra resistances and damage numbers will still be valuable for them. They'll also get the Elder spawning. As Envy's going to try for the steal. When you look at this setup here for Bro, they're removing a lot of T1's vision. Like, T1 don't get this dragon for free. It is going to cost them a lot of Baron control. They still have this Scuttle Crab. Can't see the cannon, though.
Yeah, I mean, they could start it, but at the end of the day, T1 are right there. So, yeah, definitely looking for the turn, and T1 have recognized this. Carry this time, he is going to keep an eye on Palu, so it really feels like Bro are reading from one playbook. Well, they've got this playbook that's got like 2 plays, you know? And T1 are kind of reading it. As now we're going to get the sleep down onto Fate. He's in a lot of trouble as the Mega Cone gets him away. And, well, he's just going to die anyway to the MF ult zoning. And down he goes as I was about to lose my mind.
Well, I think that they probably wouldn't have tried to make that play or that flank happen without the Mega Cone. So in this case, I'm like,
I hope so.
I think you're...
Well, with exhaust and flash, so...
Zeus, I don't think he should get a punish here. He's going for it.
He's got the Slicing Maelstrom. He's going to get in there. The TP will be channeled by Fate, but can he get here on time? The True Shot Barrage does help do a bit of damage here to Zeus. Can he get out? He's going back in. He's got MF, and that's going to force the flash out of Fate, but here comes Envy. Will clean up the kill onto Zeus. As a kind of crazy fight in the bottom lane.
Morgan decides not to flash there, and I think the idea is potentially thinking either A, he's going to get out of there, which I don't think he ever really was, or B, just thinks the flash is going to be more valuable for the Elder fight in 90 seconds when he does respawn. He will have his ultimate back up and available there as well. So Zeus now down flashes. Envy is going to avoid this.
Yeah, just trying to get some harass down onto Envy. Another bowling ball is going to hit. And, you know, it is going all the way of Bro. In terms of wave clear, I feel like the Corki and Ezreal are going to be pretty fantastic at doing that from a safe distance. As here goes Faker in on a Morgan, who is going to take a huge chunk already. Going to spot him on the flank, as Faker, though, is going to get flashed on, and he gets away. Palu not able to connect onto the Yone.
Faker down.
Start up the Dragon here for T1.
Faker down flash, I was going to say, but not ult, and then that happened. So he's down ult as well. Envy here, level 16, looking for the flanking cannon. Morgan's coming over on the left side. Can they sandwich T1? Zeus holding guard. I don't think they can get in. Youngjae
gonna get this one started, but carry on. The counter engage catches two, and Fate and Ezreal here. Envy just both get clobbered on the backside of that one. T1 absolutely clean up. It's a triple for Owner. So as I said at the beginning, just very quietly having a consistent game.
And it's just a disastrous fight for Bro. They put the cannon so far away. And in T1, we have the easy call as Youngjae goes in. They set up the engage for them. They don't need a Yone. All they need is Carrier. And T1 win the fight, win the Elder, and will take game one. Pretty slow and steady wins the race here by T1. As Paulo is the only one who can watch on as the Nexus falls. Not T1's flashiest game, but they get it done in the end.
They get the job done. Just wait until the Elder spawns. You spawn it with the Elder spawner, of course, which is Chemtech Soul, which literally nobody cared about in this game.